This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guest today. We've got Gary McCord joining us with Battlefield Inc. Gary, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, I am excited for this, and I'm excited to learn more about you and about your business. So let's start there. Share with us a little bit about Battlefield Inc.
Yeah, so Battlefield Inc. is Fredericksburg's first and only luxury tattoo studio. And our mission is pretty simple. It's to deliver exceptional and luxurious tattoo experience tailored to a professional clientele. We blend artistic excellence with unwavering professionalism, prioritizing comfort, care, and a client-first approach in each and every session. Our commitment is to create meaningful, high-end art in a space where clients feel respected, understood, and inspired.
Amazing. I love the concept so much. Congratulations on your opening. It's really exciting to have a business like this in the Stafford community.
Yeah, we're blessed to be here for sure.
Yeah. So I want to dive into your background. Share with us your journey. How did you get into us? Explain to us the backstory.
It's like to get into opening a luxury tattoo studio to the industry, something like that.
Yes. Yeah. I want to hear what led
Yeah.
up to you opening.
Okay, well, it's a long story, but I'll keep it as short as I can. So I served 10 years in the United States Marine Corps. I served all around the globe. I never once thought that I would ever be a tattoo artist, to be honest with you. I got into the industry late at life. After 10 years, I was medically retired. I spent about 2 years at Walter Reed as a patient, so in the hospital up in Bethesda, Maryland. And then from there, I got out. I pursued my master's in business and I graduated with my master's in business administration. From there, I had a very lucrative job working with Wounded Warrior Project, helping veterans each and every day. That's one of the nation's leading nonprofits in regards to veteran affairs. It was super fulfilling career. And one day, I just kind of told my wife and my family that I was going to go be a tattoo artist. And that's what I did. We're going on 5 years now in this industry, and I'm super blessed to be where I am. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I did a lot of research. I talked to a lot of my mentors in business and life in the industry, and decided that hey, 20% of the U.S. population has at least one tattoo. And 15 years before now, it was only 3%. Tattoos are more and more welcoming in today's society, and professionals need a professional place to go to get tattooed by other professionals. So here we are. Battlefield Inc.'s up and running, and me and my family and my team, I think that we're chasing our dreams each and every day.
Amazing. I love your story and thank you for your service.
It was an honor to serve.
I love what you're doing. And so tell me, are you finding that there are any myths or misconceptions about your business?
Um, I think with the tattoo industry, there is, and I think some is. So I think when we think of a tattoo shop, we think of a bunch of riff-raff is what I've heard from landlords that wouldn't lease to me. We
Mm.
think of dirty. We think of grimy. We think of just really out there, not professionals, just people, you come in, you get a tattoo, it's bold lines and, whatever the case may be. And I think our industry kind of gets, Some of that's deserved, I think for a long time, criminals and veterans were the only ones that were really getting tattooed. And now, you know, uh, now we're seeing veterans still get tattooed a lot, and they still get tattooed a lot, and here, and especially in the Northern Virginia area. But I think, like I said, the demographics of who's getting tattoos and what the tattoos look like is changing rapidly and at a rapid pace. Our industry, went from a $2.5 billion industry to a $5 billion industry over the last decade, and it continues to grow every day. So I think that yeah, there are misconceptions out there about the tattoo industry and people that do tattoos and get tattoos. And I can assure you, I can't speak for everyone, but here at Battlefield Inc., we bring a professional approach and a professional demeanor to work every single day. We have a code of conduct here. Um, we dress to impress. We're not corporate, right? So there is no HR or whatever the case may be in this industry or here at Battlefield Inc. But we do respect everyone that walks through the door, and we make sure that everybody's in a safe environment and that our environment is clean. We are working with bloodborne pathogens, so we want to make sure that each and every experience is not only sanitary but is respectful, is inspiring, and we and is professional. We want you to come back for sure.
Well, I really love that so much, and I love that you are showing your integrity and you're setting the bar high, and you're setting a very high standard for yourselves, and I imagine that your clients very much appreciate that, and it's a safe environment, and they feel comfortable there, and I really love what you're doing. And so I wonder if there is someone listening right now and they are thinking that they want to chase their dreams and want to start a business, as as someone who has a master's degree in business administration, what advice would you give someone thinking about starting a business?
Yeah, I would say one is make sure you bring capital to the table. Don't get
Mm-hmm.
caught in the debt trap. I building a business out. We spent over six figures building out 1,600 square feet because we're building it to the luxury level that we believe that our consumers deserve and that our team deserves here at Battlefield Inc. So I would say don't get caught in the debt trap. Understand your finances. I saved a lot of money over a lot of professional working years to do something like this. So I would recommend that you do that. I would also just say, be ready to work. I traded my 9 to 5 in to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that I'm built for it. What I think 3% of the United States population are entrepreneurs and only 1% are successful. So
Mm-hmm.
you're risking it all and you've got to go all in. But if it is your dream, I would tell you to chase your dream, be prepared, be proactive rather than reactive, and begin with the end in mind. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, that's really, really good advice. And clearly, you have worked very hard. And so, my next question is, when you're not working, if you have time, what are you doing for fun?
Oh, what do I do for fun? Yeah, I'm a biker. I have two Harley Davidson motorcycles,
Ah,
so I ride as much as I can. I've ridden my motorcycle through all 48 states in the continental U.S.
oh, cool.
So that's one of my big hobbies. Absolutely. I'm into fitness, so I'll shout out 10th Planet here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I roll Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I like to work out at Fredericksburg Iron, another locally owned gym. So really fitness, spending time with my wife and my two wonderful children. My son's 13 and my daughter is 5.5, and she reminds me not just five. So I absolutely love to spend time with my family, focus on fitness. I'm a man of faith. So I tend to stay in circles that are Christian-based circles.
Hmm.
And I like to worship and serve my community.
Nice, nice. You are busy. You're very
Yeah.
busy. What do you love most about what you do?
Oh man, the arts. I get to create
Mm,
every single day, and there's a lot of pressure with that. Me and the team here, like we don't take any tattoo lightly, whether it be a tattoo that takes an hour or whether it be a tattoo that takes 10 days of tattooing. Like we take each and every tattoo very, very seriously, because we're marking individuals permanently. They're going to wear that tattoo for the rest of their life.
mm,
So it's super rewarding to be able to create and to be able to learn every day, to get better every day, and just really be able to create art on medium like skin. So I
mhm.
think I think that would answer your question, is the art. That's what I love the most about it.
Nice. I love that. What is something that you wish the listeners knew about Battlefield Inc?
Oh man, what is something? Well, I like I said, we're the first and only luxury tattoo studio in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So we're exclusive. This place isn't, it's not for everybody.
Hmm.
But it can be for you. We tend to target a professional and a luxury crowd.
Hmm.
So that wants a professional luxury tattoo, and each we're not just about the art here. The art is important, but the experience is just as important.
Nice.
And if you don't believe me, just stop by. We'll give you a tour. You don't have to get tattooed. Just come see us. We'd love to shake your hand and introduce ourselves. And we're here to be a positive staple in the Fredericksburg community.
Nice. I love that. So, if the listeners want to stop by, if they want to connect with you, learn from you, where can they find you?
We're at 282 Deacon Road, Suite 111. So that's Woodlawn Village. So you can find us in the same complex as the Weiss. Yeah, just come in and see us. You can't miss our signage. It's big, Battlefield Inc., bold and luxurious. So we're here just about every day, 10 to 6, Thursday through Monday, and Tuesday and Wednesday. Somebody will be here, but it'll be by appointment only.
Amazing. Gary, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing Battlefield Inc. with us.
Yeah, it was really a pleasure and definitely an honor. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.